You're listening to the Productive, Not Busy podcast, where we show you how to do life and business confident, focused, and with a plan so that you can make more money. Have more free time and less stress. Your host, Wayne Withersby, will uncover actionable hacks, strategies, tips, and insights you can use today to live a better, more productive life. It's time to boost your mindset, confidence, and your attitude. Here's your host, Coach Wayne.
All right, today we're talking about something a little different. We're going to talk about letting social media and the news media shape your beliefs and the importance of independent thinking. I know this is a little different, but you'll see where I'm going with this. You know, if you look at news and social media, it's all too easy to fall into the trap of letting those external sources dictate our thoughts, beliefs, and decisions, right? So I'm going to talk about this and delve into why allowing media, whether it's social or news, to shape your perspective and can be horribly detrimental in emphasizing the importance of doing your own due diligence. So we're talking about the dangers of media influence, basically. And you know, there's all kinds of people that you can watch on TV, and they're known for their unapologetic take on the news and media, right? And they'd likely to agree that relying solely on social and news media to form your opinion is a freaking perilous, terrible path to take. And here's a few reasons why. There's no such thing as unbiased or without an agenda. Bias and agenda and these media outlets, whether social or news, often have their own agendas and their own sponsors and supporters and biases. So relying on a single source can lead really to a skewed perspective if you're not careful, leaving you completely with incomplete or biased information. They do selective reporting. Media outlets have the power to selectively report or highlight stories to suit their own narrative. This can lead to a distorted view of reality, if you ask me, causing you to overlook critical information. And then it has the effect of eroding critical thinking. Constant exposure to media can dull your critical thinking skills. It's easy to become a passive consumer of information rather than an active analyzer, as my friend says. We were talking about this subject and it kind of tweaked me to do something on this. And then it's the echo chamber effect. So in the age of social media, we often surround ourselves with like-minded people, right? If you look at your sphere of influence, they're usually like you. And this can create an echo chamber where if you're upset about something or have a terrible opinion, and it gets drowned out, leading to this little tiny narrow hallway that you're all in together. Now, you may have this one outlier that always riles everything up, but it's usually everybody rolling in the same direction. So I'm just saying there's a huge need for independent thinking. So let's emphasize the importance of doing your own due diligence. Just take a minute and do some fact checking. It's vital to fact check and verify information from all the sources. Engage in critical thinking, questions, narratives, and questioning their narrative. And don't accept anything at face value, because I promise you what you're indulging in is trash if you're not careful. You got to go out and seek diverse perspectives, okay? To gain a well-rounded understanding of any issue, actively seek out different perspectives. Engage with people and individuals who have contrasting views. So this can be a challenge of your own beliefs, I'm sure, but it can help you grow. Because remember, it's what you learn after you know it all that counts. Respect for it being complex. Many issues are complex and way beyond our scope. So don't be lured by the media or by some bozo on social media by the simplicity of a headline or a social media post. You got to dive in deep into the subject. Recognize that the real solutions often lie in understanding the intricacies and the details. Next, you got to have media literacy. I didn't know what this was until we started having this conversation, but you got to develop strong media literacy. Learn to recognize biased information. Identify a reliable source and discern between opinion and fact. So you got to have the eye that can help you navigate the information landscape effectively. If not, it's going to be bad and you'll fall into a trap. I know I have. That's why I'm talking about this. And we had this really heated conversation and it really dug in that this is a big problem for a lot of people. You got to know your values. Understand your core values and beliefs. This self-awareness, if you want to call that, can serve as basically a compass in navigating the information overload that you receive on a daily basis, which is usually when you pick up your phone the second you open your eyes. This will help you filter out the noise and identify what is truly real and what matters. So all I'm saying is it's essential to underscore this power of independent thought. Letting media, whether it's social or news, sway your belief and decisions, that sucks. And it's a perilous, crazy, stupid endeavor. It can lead to a one-sided view of the world. And in the era of misinformation and disinformation, it's critical to take responsibility for your intellectual situation. So by engaging in a robust due diligence, like you would if you were starting a business, and critically analyzing the information and being open to diverse perspectives, you can empower yourself to make informed decisions and not rely on Tucker Carlson or all these bozos on TV. Independent decisions and conversations with people all over the scope is where it's at. Don't let media, whatever you call them, puppeteers, pull your strings, and cut those strings right now and think for yourself. Your ability to think independently is your greatest asset in the age of information overload. And if you turn on the TV or look at the 15-year-old social media influencer who's got 15 million followers and think that they have what it takes, if you think about that, how odd and crazy is that? You got 15, 16, 18-year-olds with 15 million followers that think that they can sway people. And the crazy part is they usually do. So do me a favor. In the age of information overload, just take a minute. Empower yourself. Hope you guys have a great day. Be safe. Take care. Sell a bunch. Talk to you soon.
You've been listening to the Productive, Not Busy podcast. Please hit the subscribe and notification of new episodes button and visit us on social media like Twitter, Instagram, or TikTok for bonus content.